Worsley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Recently, I traveled to 23 towns across Alberta to hear directly from seniors. I spoke with a 91-year-old woman whose husband of 68 years had Alzheimer's. He was in acute care awaiting placement, and she was able to visit and care for him. Sadly, the acute care bed was needed, sending her husband to a bed more than 100 kilometres away. That's 68 years of marriage dissolved by a single stroke of the government pen. A month later, the man died all alone. To the Associate Minister of Seniors, will you please revisit the policy that forces families to be split apart so that no other couple has to leave their spouse dying more than an hour away?
Hear, hear.
Thank you for the question, and Mr. Speaker, everybody knows of how well we've done over the last number of years adding continuing care spaces to our communities. Whether it's in Hanna, whether it's in Lacombe, whether it's in Calgary, whether it's in Red Deer, whether it's in Boyle, whether it's in Sundre, we're going to continue to add spaces around this province like you've never seen before.
Honourable member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sadly, that's not the truth. People are being removed from their communities. Given that this government is ignoring the trend of separating couples and is all talk and no action on allowing Albertans to age in place together, when will the decision makers on that side of the House realize that seniors built this province and make it a priority to ensure that all couples are able to age together?
Hear, hear.
Mr. Speaker, the dignity and respect for our seniors aging in place is very, very important to me and very important to our government. Every one of the spaces that I just talked about, every one of those communities where we opened up new living spaces had opportunities and have opportunities for couples. Every one of our spaces going forward, we had just closed the ASLI grant on February 22nd. All of those communities will have an opportunity for couples to age in place.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that we heard of another senior who was told that his wife would be sent 100 kilometres east to Hanna and the husband would be sent 100 kilometres west to Sundre, leaving them more than 2 hours apart after 60 years of marriage, will the Associate Minister of Seniors trust Albertans and end the policy that forces seniors into divorce by nursing home?
Hear, hear.
Like I stated earlier, Mr. Speaker, we've always strived to keep people close to their homes as possible. The health care providers will always determine the best place, the safest place for an individual to go. And I have to say, there's not always in our own communities, in remote places in the province, that we have that safe place for them to be discharged from an acute care facility. But we always strive to get them home as close as possible to their families and their loved ones.